welcome everybody. My name is Chrissy and today I'm going to be giving you a prediction reading for the 9th of May. Now if you're new to my channel, stay watching because there might be a message in this video you're meant to receive today, and I will just close my eyes and we'll just get started. I'm getting the vision of their towers are collapsing. Now when I'm saying their towers, I'm talking about the elites and the people in positions of power. They are collapsing. They're showing me almost visuals of, sadly, Ukraine and how there's a lot of those buildings that have really collapsed and exploded and it's just all turning into rubble. Well, that's the kind of visual that I'm getting around these social elites and the people in power. It's starting to crumble. Gosh, we know they're still, and it's almost like they're showing me that they're using sticks and pieces of timber and that to try and prop up their buildings and make them more stable again. It's like if a fence or something's falling down, you shove a few pieces of timber to kind of hold it up. Well, that's what they're showing me. They're trying to put that around the base of their big tower, the big elite towers, so that they don't collapse. Because what you've got to remember with these agendas and the things they're trying to roll out is that they've never been built on a very firm foundation. Because, of course, the people were never involved in this decision. So when you don't have the people in society involved in your decision-making moving forward, that's not a good foundation, because that's always going to create that rockiness and that instability. So I'm definitely getting that they're towers, we'll put them as towers, which is their agendas, are getting very, very, well, they're collapsing. They're getting rocky, they're collapsing. I think I said that the other day. They were swaying in the earthquake sort of tremor energy, but now they're sort of starting to become rubble. Bits of concrete are falling off, and you sort of got to hold that image in your mind that bits and pieces are falling off these buildings and they're trying to prop them back up. Gosh, we only need to look at Bill Gates' wonderful book that he's written on how to, prepare for the next pandemic or something ridiculous. So again, that's let's put the piece of timber there and prop all our agenda up that we've been rolling out for 2.5 years. But I'm definitely getting that things are starting to turn to rubble. And I just hope that they do. But that's what I'm getting, because these veils are lifting now. The veils are really lifting and things are becoming clearer and clearer to people. It's like if you think about, these are the people waking up. This isn't you watching my video. We're over here peering over the fence, remember, from yesterday's video. Someone reminded me, thank you for that out there, that it was Wilson. I think it was Clay Sheriff, that it was Wilson from Tim the Toolman, I think is the show. We're those people peering over the fence and no one sort of knows who we really are, but we're kind of still looking at everything. But this is definitely what I'm getting, and those veils are lifting for those people in that awakening state that are still waking up. It's almost like when you put eye drops, for example, in your eyes, it can go quite blurry for like sometimes a couple of minutes. Well, what they're saying is they're kind of blinking because everything's so shocking. Can you imagine waking up and realizing what's really been going on? And it shows me these people like blinking their eye drops across to get the debris or the dust or whatever out of their eyes, and suddenly things start to become clearer and they come clearer, and then eventually your eyes become crystal clear when you've had eye drops, because it removes any sort of dirt and things like that and grit. And it is a hell of a shock. So this is the message that I'm getting today, is those veils are being removed and the eyes are opening up using the eye drops, and they're starting to see things with clarity now. And these are the people who are waking up. Now, I'll just see what else we get around this. I'm just really getting that they're starting to listen. So it's like they've got their ears out now. So they're starting to listen. They're starting to listen to what's being said. They're starting to listen to what's being fed to them, but they're starting to question, is it the truth? And that's what we wanted. We wanted them to ask questions. So, they're showing me that question mark again. I think I talked about that early in the year, about the the Riddler suit out of Batman, you know, that the Riddler wears that green suit and it has all the question marks all over it. Well, this is kind of what they're showing me again for these people waking up. They've got question after question after question after question, and they're still like doing the maths on it. So they're still trying to figure all this out and piece it all together. It's like they're showing me, like, if you have a pie and it's been cut into eighths or it's just been cut into pieces, and then you're trying to fit the pie and push the pie back to become a whole piece. This is what the people who are waking up are starting to do. They're putting the pie pieces like back together to form, you know, I guess you could call it a full story, that full pie. And that's what I'm definitely getting today, is this, they're trying to like put things back together to see the whole story, which is like the whole pie, because things, remember, were like cut up to them, and everything was skew-if, and it wasn't it wasn't the truth. So now that's what the guys are saying. They're having to push pieces back together in order to find out the truth and see the whole picture. But that's for the people waking up, not for you watching my video because you're over behind the fence, being Wilson. I'll just see what else we get today. I'm getting that, yeah, climate change is becoming a real burden, and it's becoming a burden to everybody. I did say they were going to really push climate change. I remember saying that at the end of last year, and it's all part of the agenda rollout and the scenario of fear. We know that. It's very obvious that they're trying to put fear in people. Gosh, now they're going to be hitting, well, supposedly, it's a very big rain bomb or storm bomb probably coming down the Queensland coast now, which causes massive flooding again. So again, Australia's east coast is being hit with these torrential rains, which I don't think anyone can prepare for after the towns that it wiped out the other month. So we've still got a lot of this going on here, and people are kind of, it's not that they're running scared, they're running confused. So around climate change, I think people, to be honest, one of the veils that has lifted is that people are starting to see through the BS of climate change. I mean, obviously climate changes. I mean, I think this is where people are realistic to this going on. But like I said the other day, people like Bill Gates and other people are still building their mansions near the water line. So if it was such a huge problem and water was rising and these things, they wouldn't do that. So this is where people are starting to ask the questions now. Well, that's not making any sense. And how come this is all just happening and now they're not sort of really helping those towns to recover here in Australia with the flooding? So it's possible that they're going to wipe those towns out. So these are the things that people are starting to see now. And this is why I'm getting that Riddler suit again with all the question marks. There are so many questions. And climate change would have to be one of the biggest, I would think, because climate's just gone on forever and ever. They can't keep blaming all of us for being destructive on the climate. But if you want to implement things, it's a great way to do it, isn't it? Because then people feel guilty. They start to change the way they're living. They'll all look at the hybrid cars and electric vehicles, which is exactly where they want you all in that direction, going down that way. And again, it's control and being able to track and trace the population and what we're all doing and what we're doing so we can be fed the right information to steer us where they need us to go. And this is what's happening. People are questioning climate change because, I don't know about your countries, maybe leave me some comments down below, but here in Australia they are just pushing and pushing that climate change agenda to the point that it's like we've just moved from the COVID event straight into the climate event. And it's just, I can just see that it's taking a real toll on people because they don't want any event. People just want to get back to their lives. And like I said, they think if they just jump through these hurdles for government, that they'll get their old lives back, because that's what they constantly keep promising them. You know, if you do this and get this electric car, you're going to cut down emissions and you're going to have a much better life, because your children moving forward will have a better life. So they all make it sound so wonderful and like endearing, like they really care about you, but we all know that isn't the truth. And this is what people are starting to feel now, that they, and again, it's that smelling the rat. It's that gut feelings, and what's they're sensing. Something is amiss. How come we've shifted from that narrative now and we're going down this narrative now? Of course, still pushing the old V narrative, but, you know, they're moving on to getting more creative, I would say, in their rollout. And that's what they do. They just shift from one thing to the next, because it's an easy way to... Excuse me. Oh, we're all tired from it, that's for sure. It's an easy way to keep up that fear in people and that little bit of anxiety. And like I said, it's that anticipation. Well, what's next? What's next? This is what people are going through. And this is what the awakening people are going through, because they're starting to realise something's not right. They can't quite put their finger on it yet, but they know something is not right. I'll see what else we get today. I'm getting visions of like swimming the English Channel. Now, if you're in the UK or England, you know what, this probably goes on a lot over there. People swim the English Channel, and they usually do it for like a fundraising event. And they usually have all that greasy white stuff on them, and they have their bathing cap on, and they're swimming, and they're so tired, and they only stop for meal breaks, I think it is, in that. And it's quite exhausting. And this is the message that I'm kind of getting for us. So for you watching this video, it feels like we have been swimming across the English Channel, and it's almost like the current is against you. So it's like, you know, you're swimming 5 strokes, but then the current pulls you back again, and you swim again, but then you get pulled back again. So you're really only making like tiny little strokes forward when it comes to swimming across the English Channel. And this is the vision that they're giving me, because it's a very exhausting event. If you think of someone who comes out after swimming an English Channel, they've had conditions like the cold, they've been hungry, they've been nervous of sharks and I guess things like this. So there's been a little bit of fear and worry, and then there was doubt, am I going to make it to the other end and finish what I've set out to achieve? But you see them like coming out of the water just totally exhausted and like collapsing on the sand. And this is kind of the vision that I'm getting, is that it feels like in the last couple of years that you guys watching my channel and myself have been swimming the English Channel. Watching my channel, but swimming the English Channel. That sounds funny, doesn't it? But this is the feeling I'm getting. It's that real exhaustion. And it's almost like if someone said to you, oh my gosh, you're going to have to go back to the start and do all this again, you would just go, no way, not happening. I'm not swimming that again. And that's what I'm getting for us. We're not going to go back and ever do that again. We've done the hard yards and we're moving on. It's like we're probably 20 meters, I'd say, from the beach. So we can see the beach is just there, and we can almost touch the bottom now. So it's like, this is a message for you guys watching my channel. We've almost got our feet on the ground and regained our stability. And I think we can take that as a really positive message today, that when we've nearly got our footing back. And this has been about fighting back. It's been about finding our strength again. It's been starting to live our lives again. It's been getting the information out and planting seeds and helping other people to open up and become aware. So that was our the English Channel swim that we've had. But the guides are saying that we can almost put our feet on the ground now, because we're so exhausted from it. And that's why I do yawn sometimes in my videos. It's not because I'm bored. It's just that I do feel that tired energy that we do receive and sort of feel a lot. But now that we can see that sort of the beach, it's almost like we're just going towards that now. And that's kind of, I guess you could say, that's our light, is to see dry land, and we're swimming towards that, and we don't have to go at a really fast pace now. We can just ease in. We'll get our footing soon and just walk off onto the beach, and we can sit and just relax then. So that's kind of the message. I mean, you might collapse. It might not be relax. You might collapse in a big pile and need a good massage, but that excuse me, that's a great sign from the guides today. We have already swum our marathon, and maybe these people who are waking up, and I talk about them a lot, who are starting to ask questions and see things, maybe they're kind of on their journey now, where they're swimming across, not literally, but they're going through their turbulent swim across the English Channel, which is their waking up process. We're almost at the end of it. And I think from the comments that I get from you guys, I know that you guys have become a lot stronger, probably in the last 6 months to a year. I think we've all really turned a corner, and we've learnt to build ourselves back up, and we've learnt to detach, and we've learnt to observe. I always talk about watching the movie and eating your popcorn and all that sort of thing, and this is definitely again that kind of energy where we've managed to remove ourselves from it, and now these people are going through their big swim across the English Channel. So I'm definitely getting that today. I'll see if there's any final messages as well. So keep swimming. You're nearly at the shore. You're nearly going to be able to touch the ground soon. That would be awesome, wouldn't it, if we get some stability. I'll just see if there's any final messages. Okay. And they're saying when you do touch the ground, take huge strides now. So they're saying, by taking huge strides, it's showing that you've got strength and you've got great power and you've got that tenacity that's built inside of you now. It's almost like we've got to that point now where pretty much nothing can knock us over. We're going to be taking real big strides forward now. And that's the message I'm going to leave you with today. Take those big strides forward and keep living your life and embracing the things that come to you, all the while staying behind the fence like Wilson, detached and protecting yourself, but also making great strides moving forward. Because if you're watching my video, you have got the strength to make it through this, and you've got to know that these things are becoming clearer and clearer to the people who are waking up. So thanks heaps for watching today. Hopefully that little bit of information helped you a bit there. We've nearly got to the other end of the English Channel. Please comment. I love hearing from you guys down below. And I think there's been a few shifts as well around the globe. I think, is it Ireland? It sounds pretty positive for people out there in Ireland. I think hopefully this woman that's been voted in, I'm not sure of her name, will bring a little bit of freedom. That's what we want. We need these patches of freedom kind of popping up everywhere so that it starts to become more contagious. We all want some freedom. Anyway, take care, everybody. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, hit the bell notification and the like buttons, of course. That helps me heaps. And I will see you in that next video. Bye from Australia. Take care, everybody. Bye. Have a great day.